Yo, homie, yo.
That's not my culture.
Hey, yo, what up, y'all? It's Gravity B. Before I start this video, B, you gotta share, like, and subscribe, B. That's right, share, like, and subscribe, B, because all them other YouTubers, son, yo, they ass, dog. But I'm different, my nigga. I'm different. Alright, you know what? I'm actually just gonna talk intelligently here because that sounds forced to me, folks. I can't. Nah, it's okay. But the reason why I did that intro, folks, because 2 weeks ago on Twitter, yeah, that's right, I went back on that cesspool Twitter, Chef Boyardee, ChefBoyardie, cheap plug. So you can follow me there on Twitter. But somebody named Leonidas Johnson decided to tell the entire Twitter space and whoever wanted to listen that there was no such thing as black culture. And if you don't believe me that he said that as a black man, I want you to look at these tweets. Folk, this fool said there's no such thing as black culture. And if we are going to say black culture, then we have to equate hood culture as black culture.
That's not my culture.
Okay, sir, yes. Hood culture is black culture. Anybody and a non-black person will tell you that all day, every day. They equate hood culture with black people. So that's black culture, right? But you're allowed on Twitter to say what you're saying, which is fine, because Twitter is an open space. You can say whatever you want. But let's just educate you really fast, since you said there's no such thing as black culture. Okay, folk, number one, rock and roll was influenced by black culture. Hell, you could even say it was invented by black people. Shout out to Ike Turner. But yeah, listening to people like that is going to tell you that, nah, rock and roll was Elvis and everybody else. Because Aerosmith and Rolling Stones, they did it and they sold billions of records. But without Ike, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. And Chuck Berry and James Brown and Little Richard to a certain extent. Yeah, we didn't influence, well, foundational black Americans didn't influence our rock and roll, which created R&B. Yeah, they didn't do that, right? Okay, so you're right, there's no black culture. Last I checked, folks, I have yet to see a post where somebody went to a white church and they had a soulful white singer there and they were going in. But you can definitely go online and find a video or several of people saying they went to church that was black and they went in. But yeah, we didn't influence black culture, right? Gospel music is not considered black culture, right? Okay, cool, you got it. I'm rocking a Mets jersey, ladies and gentlemen. Now, black culture didn't influence this. The midnight blue and all these other jerseys that were circulating for 20 years, the Mitchell and Ness jerseys, the throwbacks, the jersey dresses, the fact that people would wear jerseys now outside that it's not even going to a game, but black culture didn't influence that, right? That you're going to equate that to American culture, right? That's just an evolution of American culture, right? Okay, fine. The way you eat, sir. How many jokes have we heard that white people don't season their food? How many jokes? Barbecue was literally poor black people's food, using cheap cuts and making something out of it. Now it's a worldwide phenomenon. You can't even get a brisket plate without paying $25. But black culture didn't influence barbecue, right? Black people didn't influence the restaurant industries so much so that you're seeing jerk seasoning on people's menus that don't even subscribe to Caribbean cooking. But yeah, you're right, black people didn't influence that. Gotcha. So the New Orleans bounce music craze you know, twerking. Let's just call it what it is. Twerking, not black culture, right? Crumping, we didn't influence that, right? Yeah, okay. Breakdancing, we were legends for that. We started that. That's hip hop. Well, FBAs. The sound system battles. How many white people are having sound system battles? But that's not black culture, right? Okay. You're right. The fact that we have so many legendary black movies. We had a whole decade called the Blaxploitation era. From around 1965 to we'll say 89. Well, we'll call it like 95. We'll round it off 30 years. Where you would have legendary black movies that people are still playing to this day. Movies like Friday, New Jack City. We have movies like Foxy Brown, Truck Turner, Black Caesar, Hell Up in Harlem, Cotton Comes to Harlem. The fact that those movies that I just named off, you're watching them either getting rebooted or people are taking that formula and basically trying to recreate it. But black culture didn't influence that, right? Okay. I don't know what's gonna take, folks. I don't. It's just like people just like discounting what black people do until it's convenient for them. So for you to say there's no such thing as black culture, I forgot one thing. The fact that there's so many legendary black characters on TV and in the movies that they're also trying to move over into the non-white sector. Morpheus, black character. He wasn't originally supposed to be black though, but legendary. We have Denzel Washington playing Malcolm X, Alonzo Harris, legendary characters. Do you understand that Denzel Washington in 2001 redefined for the next 20 years how a corrupt cop is supposed to be portrayed on TV and portrayed in movies? But yeah, black culture didn't influence that, right? At a certain point, folks, we gotta look at our supposed black people with soapboxes and platforms and really just take their words, dissect them, and then realize that a lot of them don't say intelligent things. And I'm even guilty of that, folks. I sometimes mess up and say things that are out of order and out of line. But I'm not dumb enough to say that there's no such thing as black culture. We have a culture. We have positives in our culture. We have negatives in our culture. We come on spaces, we bring a flavor to it, and it's for some people, not for everybody. We understand that. Just like other cultures have things that people like and other things that people don't like. But it's incumbent of us, for the few positives and negatives that we do have, we try to accentuate the positives and mitigate the negatives. Because we're marginalized enough in America. And the few things that we hold dear, we cannot have people in our community trying to diminish our accomplishments. Because it's just like the same thing with the hip hop debate, where you got a bunch of Caribbean people talking about that it started in the Caribbean, and Caribbean people invented hip hop. Like, not even close. You even have a Caribbean person, Kool Herc, who was one of the godfathers of this. He even told you it was the black Americans that did it. I just put my own little twist on it. But then we have people, like I said, online saying things like this, and is kind of disheartening because you're appealing to other people that don't care about us and people that are ignorant to things. So they're gonna go with what you say because they think you're popular, and then they're either gonna regurgitate that to other people and it's gonna spread like wildfire, or they're gonna go to spaces where we're at and try that, and then they're gonna get attacked, and we're gonna try to explain them what the truth is, and they're not gonna be receptive to it because they're gonna say, well, that black person over there told me something different. And this is the game we have to keep playing. So Leonidas Johnson, I'm sure you're an okay guy, but that whole what you did, that's not it. That's not the flow, sir. So you gotta be careful. And then the fact that you were fighting it when people were trying to explain it to you, that's what made it worse. But, you know, again, it's always darkest before the light. So whatever. My mama liked that because, you know, Bible verse or whatever. That's Blck Culture. Anyway, let me get out of here. Thank you for watching the video. Again, you know what to do. Like, share, and subscribe. Well, mine is share, like, and subscribe. That's right, share, like, and subscribe, because I'm not like other YouTubers. I'm different. So, again, take care. Stay safe out there. And, yo.